Hello fans, Chad Jackson here with head women's soccer coach Eric Faulconer. It's our first Coach's Corner of the 2013-2014 season, and the Pirates are getting set for their Clash on the Coast season opening tournament, welcoming in the number 1 and number 2 ranked teams in the country, Eric. But let's talk about how your preseason has gone so far. You've played a couple of exhibition games, and you've had a lengthy preseason, really, because of the extra week in the schedule.
Yeah, it's been good to have that lengthy preseason, Chad. We obviously graduated 9 seniors and a good number of our starters from last year, so it's had a chance for us to work on some things. And we've made a lot of progress, and I think we've improved a good bit between our first exhibition game against Stetson and our last one against Lee. But we still have a long way to go, still trying to figure some things out, but overall I think we're getting better.
What's the biggest difficulty when you have a team that loses so much of a upper class presence, senior presence, and welcoming in so many young players?
I think for us, just that class in general won a lot, and were very driven. They knew how to win games. There was a great mentality amongst them, and I think that's the hardest part to replace. You know, I think talent-wise, we're quite similar. I think we have a lot of talent, but the mentality is something that we keep on trying to work on. You know, we knew what we were going to get from our team last couple of years, day in, day out, training, games, and right now we sometimes are young, you know, and some days are better than others. But you know, I think our goal has got to be just to get better each day and try to, by the end of the year, you know, be the best team that we possibly can be. But you know, we're making progress, but we still got a long way to go.
Now the preseason accolades really sort of mixed bag. You have your number 5 preseason national ranking, but you've been picked to finish second in the Peach Belt Conference behind Columbus State. Of course, the Pirates are the 3-time defending conference champions. So talk a little bit about that, about the varying bits of expectations that others have on your program this year.
I think the preseason national rankings are more based on last year. It's hard to get a kind of an idea nationally where teams are, so you know, for the most part they stayed the same. And I think the conference coaches look at it as we did lose a lot of players, and we've had a tremendous run, one of the best runs in Peach Belt history, but we lost a lot of impact players. I think you said 83% of our goals. That's a huge amount of goals to lose in 1 year. I don't think in my career I've ever had that happen from one season to another. So I think, you know, part of that is you know, picking a second, you know, maybe, you know, is a good thing. Takes a little bit of that pressure off, you know, and I think the conference is very deep. Columbus is always in the mix. North Georgia, you know, in my eyes, returns the most players and maybe the most dangerous team. Clayton State is improving every year. Lander is going to be right there. Pembroke, you keep going down the line. There's no easy games in this conference. So, you know, we know that what it takes to win in this conference, and you got to be prepared. And I think, you know, I think the coaches recognize the fact that maybe, you know, we you know, did take a hit from graduation, but we have talent as well, and I think they know that as well, and I think the picks and how we were going to finish kind of express that.
Well, this weekend, of course, you open up the season, and really it's a unique opening weekend for Division II soccer in that you never have 4 teams ranked in the top 13 in the country in one place for one tournament, with defending national champion West Florida, who's ranked number 1, Grand Valley State, who's number 2, and Columbus State coming in. But you really are the team, I think, this weekend that has the most advantage, because you played all 3 of these teams last year. You went to Grand Valley, you played at West Florida. Obviously, you know what Columbus has.
Yeah, we're familiar with everyone, which is a neat thing, and we're at home, which has been good to us, and hopefully that'll continue this weekend. And we just kind of thought, going in, you know, a lot of people are like, a young team, why are you doing this? You know, why are you scheduling these hard games? And I think, you know, you need to find out who you have and what you got to do to get better. And I think all the coaches agreed, and we talked about this, was let's do this, you know, because, you know, a lot of people would have shied away from this game. So we're not going to shy away from anyone, regardless of, you know, what we're putting out on the field. We feel like, you know, we can compete nationally, and we want to see how we are against the best programs. And, you know, these 3 programs coming in are some of the best in the country. So I think that's exciting, you know, from a coaching standpoint. It should be from a player standpoint to play these teams, because the nation will be watching. And I think we do have an advantage, I think, in some respects. At least we know who we're playing. We're a little bit familiar with their style and so forth, even though personnel changes.
Armstrong will open up action in the Clash of the Coast this Friday, taking on Grand Valley State. That match will be at 1 p.m. out at the Armstrong soccer field, and then Armstrong will play West Florida on Sunday, and you can watch all the action on ArmstrongPirates.com, Ustream.tv/ArmstrongPirates. Coach Faulconer, good luck this weekend, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you, Chad.